The Matsutake mushroom used to be poor people food. In Japan, it was so common they used it as a stand-in when they couldn't find the mushrooms they were actually after. Then the emperor got wind of how good it was, started demanding it, and everybody else followed. This mushroom cannot be grown in captivity. The Matsutake needs poor, depleted soil, the kind that most mushrooms avoid. It lives off the roots of the Japanese pine tree, trading nutrients back and forth in a partnership that only works when the soil is almost completely stripped. Once it starts growing, it actually adds those nutrients to the soil, which eventually makes the ground too rich for it to survive. It grows itself out of its own habitat. Underground, the Matsutake builds what the Japanese call a shiro, which means castle. It is a dense ring of mycelium threads that spreads outward from a central point year after year, and the mushroom caps only break the surface at the leading edge of that ring. Same principle as a fairy ring, if you have ever walked up on a circle of mushrooms in the woods and wondered what put them there. Japan was pulling about 12,000 tons of these annually back in the early 1940s. Now they harvest less than 100 tons a year. They industrialized their forestry, cut down most of their pine trees, and what they did not cut, they thinned enough to expose the forest floor. That let leaf litter accumulate. The soil got too nutrient-rich, and the Matsutake never came back. A nematode, introduced from the Americas, hit the pine forests on top of that and compounded the damage. They cannot grow these in captivity, partly because they do not fully understand how they grow in the first place. There may be other microorganisms involved that nobody has mapped yet. When Japan's domestic supply collapsed, sourcing shifted to China, Canada, Korea, Finland, and the Pacific Northwest. Some refugees displaced by the wars in Korea and Vietnam recognized the mushroom growing in Oregon and immediately started harvesting it. That is a $100 a mushroom find, or about $2,000 a kilogram for the premium stuff. Most of what gets bought is not even bought for eating. The majority of the market is the gift market. People buy them to give away, as a statement of respect, the same way Valentine's Day candy mostly gets bought as a gift, but probably still gets eaten. They have had a 30% global population decline over the last 50 years and are listed as vulnerable. You do not think about mushrooms going extinct, but here we are.